let's go.
I'm waiting.
Mental breakdown. I want you to explain.
Yeah.
Femboys, traps, whatever.
Why?
Go on.
Why? When a society effeminates, makes men more effeminate, these things happen. Where people put on catboy ears and tails, and they whore themselves out on the internet for either clout and or monetary dinero.
Okay.
Basically, they're gay people masquerading as women, I suppose. Traps themselves are basically that, like gay people masquerading as women. No, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just pervasive on such internet sites as Twitter.com. You wouldn't... Not Facebook, though, because your name's there.
Yeah.
And most people tend not to be very proud of their asshole on the internet.
Hopefully. Most people have their parents on their Facebook anyway, so they hopefully wouldn't post something like that.
You'd be surprised, man.
I actually don't want to be surprised.
Oh, yeah, you do. I know you're wearing those fucking cat ears on the internet. You're not fooling me.
They're not cat ears. They're attached to my headphones. I had to buy them like this.
Seriously?
No. No! You actually think I bought cat ear headphones?
Yeah, I do, actually. Alright, now it's your turn. You're going to explain to me Texas independence.
Well, so there's a republic called Texas, and under false pretenses, and sometime in the 1800s, it was admitted to the United States. I think it's a free state. I don't know. Maybe a slave state. It was one. Was it a combination? Which one was it? Do you know?
You're the one describing this shit.
Okay. Well, it was a state, and it was admitted to the Union under false pretenses because it's the same as if we just annexed the entirety of Mexico and just pretended that it was part of America or like Canada. No. Okay. More apt description. You know, Japan. What if we just What if we just said, "Hey, we own Japan now"? That's what we did with Texas. And so, what Texas independence does, what the Texas independence movement, which I guess is a thing now, is trying to do and has been trying to do for a while now, is get the rest of America off their backs because they basically just carry the entire fucking team. And they get nothing in return except for charge their phone and fund welfare state for do nothing states such as Mississippi and
Kentucky's one of them.
Louisiana. Yeah, and Kentucky. But really, the world would be much better if Texas was its own independent nation. And honestly, just let George W. Bush be in charge of the country again, because that was a golden age. Okay, I think we got that.
George Bush laughs in the background.
Yeah, based Bushery.
Just let Jeb run it.
Yeah,
the empire of Jeb.
The rightful president, Jeb Bush. The election was stolen from him. In 2016 and 2020.
2020, it was stolen from him. You kidding me?
Right.
I even casted 13,000 secret, totally legit ballots for him. Mm-hmm. Under every dead relative I could find.
Right. Man, I went.
You tell me he didn't win?
I gotta tell you, when I went to the polling place in New York State, because I live in New York State, I went to the ballot place and I saw they were dumping a whole bunch of ballots into a big pot of gumbo and stirring it all up. And I said, "Hey, what's going on here?" And they said, "Oh, this is just some spicy gumbo." And I said, "Why are you throwing all those ballots into the gumbo?" And they said, "Oh, it's actually vitamins."
Gumbo? Dumping the vitamins?
It looks like shredded up Jeb Bush ballots, but it's actually gumbo. And I said, "Wait, isn't that like 7 million Jeb Bush? Wouldn't that win the state of New York? All like 70 billion Jeb Bush votes."
Oh my god. That's a lot of Jeb Bush votes.
And so I called Rudy Giuliani's Jeb Bush hotline, and I told him about all the ballots, and I told him about how the Hamburglar took all the ballots. And put him into his McDonald's gumbo, jambalaya. Yeah.
He started sweating all of his hair dye out of his hair.
Yeah.
And he looked like a deranged lunatic for a little while. And then he sat down and said,
I got
and he
doodle
hung
on my
up.
head. I
And
got
then he hung
doodle
up.
on my head.
And
Yeah.
then he hung up.
I think there was a bird walked in here, very nasty bird. He just doo-dooed all over me. And I gotta go to the cleaners to get my fucking scalp dry cleaned. That's what Rudy Giuliani said to me. And then I hung up the phone because that's disgusting. Speaking of Rudolph Giuliani, I want you to explain to me impeachment.
Oh, no. Impeachment? Well,
Yeah.
basically, there's this fucking
Have you read
huge
James and the
peach,
Giant
right?
Peach?
There's this big fucking peach, alright? And what they do is if a president's been really fucking bad, or they don't like him, they take him and they put them in this fucking peach, and it's basically like, it's like, you know when you were a kid and you did something retarded and they put you on the stair, they make you sit on the stairs, your parents, they make you sit on the stairs? Yeah, that. They put you there, and then at first it's like, okay, so you're on the stairs and you're grounded and you can't do shit for a little while. As in, like, you can't play with your toys and you fucking... Basically, it means nothing, though, because you can just fuck off and do whatever you want.
Right.
But once the peach reaches the second stage, then that's where the criminal stuff comes in, and they can be like, oh, well, I see you kicked your sister's Legos down the stairs and beat her with a fucking 2x4. That's pretty cringe, bro. And then they can have you sent to juvenile detention. Or if you're happen to be a large orange man, they send you to prison. But that's probably... actually, you know what I'm not going to say? It's probably not going to happen because I don't fucking... Basically... it means nothing at first, and then it could mean something serious because then it sets a legal precedent. And I don't care. Impeachment's kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
In conclusion, Stan Kamala.
I was speaking. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
Stan Kamala Harris.
All right. Explain to me. Ooh, maybe not. Explain to me, marijuana people. Weed people.
Right. Okay. So, back in the dawn of civilization, there was a crop.
Big fucking peach.
It was known in Mesopotamia under the name marijuana, which means in the ancient Sumerian, Mesopotamian, whatever language, funny plant.
Is that real?
They found out that if you burn this funny plant, because it looked, at first they were very confused because what are these leaves? We're gonna use it like kindling. Then they put it into the fire and they hotboxed their entire house because they had campfires indoors at that point because they needed the heat.
We still do that, you know.
Right, exactly. But they did it with funny plant. And what happens when you burn funny plant is it makes a lot of funny plant gas. And I think it releases THC into your body. And what THC does is make you stupid and decreases your IQ and your brain cell count and your sperm count and makes you a violent rapist who is constantly masturbating, according to Hunter S. Thompson.
You sound like Ronald Reagan. It feels like I'm talking to old Ronnie right now.
Marijuana, pot, grass, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most dangerous drug in the United States, and we have not even begun to find out all of the permanent... whatever.
And then his fucking wife grabs onto his arm out of fear.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically, if you ever do marijuana even once, you become a dangerous rape, murder fiend.
How terrifying.
You can't stop listening to bad music. You can't stop cumin.
Cumin? Oh,
cumin.
Like, not cumin, cumin.
Not, yeah. You can't stop... I think it's a gateway drug as well. At least that's what the totally...
I mean, you can't really, like, research that.
It's a gateway drug. That's what the police told me. So it's real.
I mean, if there's... Okay, I'm not gonna... Never mind. I'm not gonna put in actual facts.
Weed people love, more than anything, two genres of music. And those are reggae and dancehall. And the reason that they love reggae and dancehall is because it's all the same fucking song. Literally every single song of reggae and dancehall, they're the same fucking song. I don't care. Shut up. They're not good. And dub, I guess.
Yeah, dubstep. which is
Dubstep.
again
No,
all the same
dubstep is
song.
not dub. Stop.
Dubstep. It's the same fucking song.
No,
over
it's
and over
not.
again. Yes,
Oh,
it
dubstep is the same song over and over again, but it's not the same. That's what I'm talking about.
How unfortunate.
Anyway, don't do drugs, kids.
No, fucking do it. They're cool.
Don't
Don't you want to be cool like Obama? He's pretty cool, I guess.
Did Obama do drugs?
Yeah, he did weed.
Cool.
I think he did cocaine too.
All right. I want you to explain to me
The heater turned on, but whatever.
Banana Wars.
The banana war. Oh, you talk about like banana republics and shit.
Yes.
So basically, I don't know the timeline. I know it was probably before World War One, which is like the only benchmark I got for your ass, but we'll take it. Basically, these corporations were buying up fucking land in Central America and South America, and they were like paying for dictators to, or they were like, what's the word? Like fucking emplacing dictators in these countries solely so they could, like, people they like solely so they could get nanners, like this, so they could use their land to farm nanners using like penny labor or slave labor.
Right.
So basically, it's cringe and dumb. And what was happening is like you get like I think Dole was one of those companies.
Yes.
The other one I can't remember the name of, or any of them really.
Right.
I think it begins with a C or something. I don't know. But like, there's these fucking companies, right? And they're farming bananas and shit, and they like legit. Sometimes they would just like square off with each other, like the workers or even these dictators. Like fucking, it doesn't help because I actually know somewhat about this and I don't remember any of the names. But yeah, there's like these little fucking like farming states squaring off against each other, and it kind of ruined Central America and South America forever.
I see.
What happened to Mexico, though, is like, I'm not gonna get into it. Never mind. Fuck them.
Okay.
Build a wall. Fuck it. I don't care.
Don't build a wall. It's bad.
I don't care. Do whatever you fucking want. Whatever makes everybody happy. I don't know.
All right.
Explain, I want to explain this one myself, but... No, okay. Explain Star Wars.
All right. In the year 1975, a man named George Lucas made a film called American Graffiti. And American Graffiti was very popular and did very well.
Good shit.
It was a very good movie indeed. And
Good
then
shit.
he thought of what is the best way to take American Graffiti and capitalize on the market of very Aspergic people, or VAPs as they're known in the Hollywood industry.
What?
Star Trek had done it successfully prior, and Gene Roddenberry was buried in a casket full of just autistic people and money.
What you're gonna say? Rotting berries.
And George died. George Lucas wanted that same fate. He wanted a jaw transplant so he could get a jaw for that neck.
He had a neck back then.
And he wanted full creative control over a property. Enter Star Wars. Star Wars was hell to shoot, but it was very popular and beloved by many, and for some reason still beloved by everyone, even though what have you done for me lately?
Just ignore the new stuff.
Yeah. True. It's basically the dude version of Harry Potter, where a bunch of dudes just really fucking love it and won't get over it and won't stop talking about it.
It's the American version of Harry Potter, effectively.
No, it's the man version of Harry Potter, because men are obsessively into Star Wars and women are obsessively into Harry Potter. They cannot talk about anything else, I swear to God.
I don't know, because every time I go to, like, or I hear about, like, Britain or Ireland, all they ever talk about is fucking Harry Potter, and it's men, too. It's like the sole thing they have to be proud of.
Yeah, true. But it's... The first 3 movies are good, by which I mean the prequels.
Yeah, they are.
I like the space politics, but I feel like we don't understand enough of the trade war that goes on in those movies. I think we focus too much on Anakin, who is a terrible character. Well, he's a terrible character in those movies. Thematically, he's pretty good. And then his arc is basically pissed and shitted on by the sequel trilogy, which I contend are not even Star Wars movies. They're just
fan fiction.
They are just
fan films
made by J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams could have made fine movies. It's just the second movie that came out was big stinky.
Well, but he also pissed and shitted on Star Trek.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Is like when that Star Trek movie came out, everyone was like, "Wow, J.J. could really make a good Star Wars film, not a Star Trek film."
Yeah, but then he did. Two terrible
Force Awakens
Star
is
Trek.
okay. Force Awakens is fucking okay. Yeah. So you could be like, all right, this is a good starting point. It's a good launching point. And then they decided to put a different guy in charge of the next movie. Like, what did you fucking think was going to happen? And also, they put a guy who made the worst episode of Breaking Bad as the fucking director of the fucking next movie. So what did you expect? What did you fucking expect?
That's fair. I didn't expect much from it, but I'm still disappointed because I have the right to be. I want you to explain to me.
Oh no.
Superman.
Superman?
Yes.
Clark Kent, Superman? Well, way back in like the fucking, I don't know if it was pre-World War II. I think
it was.
Okay, so I think he was a character that was co-opted by the war effort of World War II to be like the American hero. Because before, I think he was just a superb man. So basically, what you got here is he's basically the MacGuffin superhero. So anytime the Justice League is getting their anuses horribly ripped apart in Batman,
what MacGuffin is?
Yeah, it's like the thing, the number one thing. It's the thing, you know, like fucking.
I think you need to explain MacGuffin to me next.
No, I'm explaining Superman.
Well,
I
don't think you know what it means.
He's like the embodiment of Mary Sue.
Well, that's not a MacGuffin. A MacGuffin is a magical item that is the driving. It's the driving object of the quest.
Is that true?
Like we need to, like the ring from Lord of the Rings, or
the Ark of the Covenant or something.
The Ark of the Covenant, precisely.
For Indy?
That is a MacGuffin.
For Indy.
Right.
Okay. Well, anyway,
or
he's
Princess
basically
Leia.
he's like the
Women
Super
are
Mary
objects.
Sue. No, leave Princess Leia alone. She's fucking based.
Yeah.
She also speaks with two different accents in the movie. Anyway, so Superman, he's the guy they call if shit's fucked, boss. So like,
so
he's
like
never
the World War
utilized.
II version of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he's never utilized properly. He's always got a boring story, unless it's Red Sun, then that one's fucking good. But he's just a fucking like you call him and you're like, all right, we're losing, we need you, and he'd be like, okay, and he kills the bad guy, and it's like,
So
okay.
what you're saying is he's the Deus Ex Machina.
So what I'm saying is, if in a vacuum, Batman versus Superman is like, is this a fucking joke? Like, is this a joke? Because Superman could just stand like fucking like 60 feet away and just be like, oh, that's Batman, laser eyes dead,
Vaporized.
like fucking what's he gonna do? He's a bat. He's a fucking man bat. What are you gonna do? I don't understand why people even like Batman. I don't know why people even fucking like Batman. He's just some fucking, the modern Batman especially, just some edgy wiener. Like, the most interesting part about him is the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he has a movie. This is why Joker has a movie and Batman doesn't.
Yeah. I like the Joker a lot. I just don't like Batman. I like Robin more than I like Batman, for fuck's sake. Because I hate that he gets like third wheeled all the time. Mm-hmm. Or second monkey or second fiddle or fuck. I don't know. So yeah, but Superman's cool, but he's poorly utilized, and I don't read comics anymore, so I couldn't really attest to how well he's being used now. But at least as of circa the new 52 or whatever the fuck it was called, he was pretty underutilized. And when it was bad.
I have a funny joke for you.
What?
What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner?
Stop.
Society who abandons him and treats him like trash.
All right, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
I'm waiting for the
Call the police. Call the police. Call the police.
All right, give me my topic.
I mean, it's 20 minutes now.
Yeah, you're right. We're at our funny 20 mark.
Funny 20? All right, fine. I'm fine with calling it the funny 20.
This is the funny 20. This
Actually,
has
it's a
been
little less
mental
than that,
breakdown. Well, it's 1958.
Yeah. What a year.
Burp.
I don't
Bye.
remember anything.